What's going on, guys? King Shrats here, back another video on the channel, and today welcome back to another episode of Last Chance, where I give a chance to a restaurant or a franchise that I don't really particularly have a good experience or didn't enjoy the first time around. This time we went to a place called Fluffies Hot Chicken. It's located in Hackensack, New Jersey. This place has been getting rave reviews all over social media as well as on Google. It is one of the highest rated restaurants on DoorDash, and it's in the trending category week in and week out. On Google, it has a 4.7 rating out of over 300 ratings. I went there when it first opened, and to be honest, I have a video on it on this channel. Didn't have the best experience. I thought the food wasn't very good, and I thought the prices were a bit too much. But I'm giving it another chance because I don't want to be biased towards anything, and I think maybe they had a bad day, or maybe their restaurant has picked up a little bit as far as their quality control, etc. So I gave it another chance, and we got their most popular items on the menu. I legit went to their most popular section on their menu, and I just picked the items that I saw. So we have 5 different items here. It came out to over $60. The food is relatively expensive, but if the quality is there, that's really not an issue for me. Last time it wasn't, but I'm here to give it another chance. Completely unbiased, clean slate, and here we go. Let's see what we have. We got an order of chicken tenders. This is their hot version. It comes 2 in an order, and it was $6. So that really isn't bad at all. $6.50 to be exact. I got an order of their Fluffies mac and cheese, which is their hot chicken, as well as comes over their mac and cheese as well. You have the options of getting pickles. I don't like pickles. I got a tandoori Frankie roll, which is a type of naan wrapped with their tandoori chicken. They have different kinds of chicken they put in there, but the tandoori one was the one that I saw that was the most popular. I got an order of their Fluffies poutine, which is, you guys don't know what poutine is. It's cheese curds with gravy over French fries, but it has their hot chicken in that as well. So that is what you see over here. It's the first time looking here. There is cheese curds in the gravy, so let's see what that is. And I got their regular hot chicken, Nashville hot chicken sandwich, which I got the first time. It looked horrendous. I'm being completely honest. This time it looks exponentially better. It looks way better. The sandwich costs $14. Again, to me, a little bit on the pricey side, but if the quality is there, it looks much better. I reiterate. I don't really care about the price as long as the quality is there, but I always have to be transparent about the prices. They have 2 different sauces here. I'm not sure what this goes on, but we'll try these out, as well as what looks like some ranch, which I just smacked my own thing over here because, you know. So we also have coleslaw in here. It comes the option of pickles. I don't get pickles. So that is the entire menu. Drop a thumbs up. I try to be as unbiased as possible, especially with the small businesses, because I don't want to hurt their business because I gave a bad review, and I know at times that can happen. So here we go. Last chance, second chance, whatever you want to call it, but let's get into the video. Got my utensils. I have to say this as well. I placed my order on DoorDash for pickup. This way no one knows who I am. I've gotten messages from a lot of people, so it's possible that they may have been aware of this. They do have social media as well. They got everything in my order 100% accurate. I asked for things without pickles. I asked for things without certain items, and each thing was right on point. The food seems fresh. It seems hot. Doesn't seem like the wait time was long this time. Last time I waited about 50 to 55 minutes, almost close to an hour. I do remember that as well. But let's start off with their filled mac and cheese. It was the #1 rated item on their menu, so let's get into this. I just want to see if this is hitting like people say it is and things like that. The mac and cheese seems relatively creamy. You get a ton of chicken on here, which is a big plus, so here we go. First bite. That's really not bad at all. They have 5 different levels, all the way from plain, they have mild, medium, hot, and then blistering. This is the medium. The spice level on here is not overpoweringly spicy, but it is spicy enough that you know you're eating something spicy. So medium is the perfect rating for that. Kudos to that. I have to admit, this is way better than the first time already. All right, let's get one of these pieces of just chicken by itself. Big, big pieces of chicken right here. I think this, what's come out to? This was $14. This is a $14 meal. You get a lot of mac and cheese and a lot of chicken, so I don't have a problem with this at all. Chicken has good crunch on it. There's some sort of sauce on the top. I don't know if it's the same as this, but there's a little bit of sweet mixed in with that heat, which is pretty good. You get a big helping of mac and cheese here. This is good. This is good. I think maybe the first time was just a bad day at the office or something, because I would have no problem eating this. Now I can see what the hype is about. Chicken's tender as well. A lot of flavor on this. Creaminess in the mac and cheese. Got no issue with it. And the mac and cheese has a homemade cheddar blend taste that is pretty good. On a personal level, I prefer my mac and cheese to have a little more congealness, I guess would be the word, where it's a little bit thicker. But not everybody thinks that way. So on the flavor alone, flavor's there. Wow. One more bite here. Yeah, this is a one more biter. Look at this. I'm tell you what. I'm tell you what. This is very, very good. Last time I gave this a relatively low rating. This time it warrants a much, much better rating. Wow. I wouldn't have a problem spending $14 for that. That's what I'm talking about. This is why we give places second chances. Because you just never know. Sometimes things improve. Maybe constructive criticism. Who knows? But this time, I feel like I got my money's worth. I ain't mad at this at all. I would eat this again. Hold on, one more bite. Nice. Very nice. I'm pleasantly surprised. Expectations weren't high. And I think this is really good. I give it a 9 out of 10. Okay, this is their tandoori chicken Frankie roll. Again, quality control, I haven't looked in here yet, but I asked for no red onions on this. I'm not a big fan of like giant raw red onions, and I saw it in the picture. So I wanted to do this and not, you know, give like a bad rating just because I don't necessarily like something. So I love the fact that it wrote it right on here. The instructions are there. Bravo for that. The rest of the roll, let me open this up and I'll show it to you in a hot minute. Okay, big dog, we like that. My bad. Oh, it's not throwing it back. The rest of the roll you can't really see in here, but wrapped up really nice, like that. So it has tandoori chicken, that's what it is obviously, with pickled jalapenos, the red onions I didn't get, cabbage, and a coriander chutney. And it says it's wrapped in their house-made naan. The naan seems homemade, because you can tell by the softness of it. I remember that last time. The issue I had with this the first time around was I felt like the naan was a little too chewy. Like, I couldn't swallow it to the point it was so chewy that it wasn't enjoyable. It was hard to bite off. So hopefully this one comes out a little bit better. Well, damn. Bruh. Not only is this better, it's fire. And again, they didn't know this was me. Like, it's completely anonymous order. I use different names every single time. I have to say that for transparency. What did I just say? They have totally redeemed themselves. The first time the naan was chewy. The bites are clean this time. You get a ton of chicken in here. Like a ton of chicken in here. The chicken's super flavorful. Tastes like tandoori chicken. I don't know if they have a tandoori in there or if they're making it with one. But the flavors, I'm familiar. This place has like an Indian background because they do like a butter chicken as well, which I had last time. I didn't get it. I should have got it. The chutney in here. This thing's flavorful as hell. The chicken is moist. This is why we did the Last Chance series, bro. I'm not looking at anybody. There's nothing over there. That's why we did it. This is fire. Oh my. One more time. This cabbage over here. And that chutney, the coriander chutney, I can taste it. Wow. Holy hell. Again, this thing is $15. And it's worth $15. There's a ton of chicken here. It's not like they skimp you on it. Last time it felt like there wasn't enough. This time, I have no issue. So, even though they didn't change their price point, it seems like they gave you more food. And now I feel like it's worth it. Because this is damn good. Still a little on the expensive side, of course. But if I paid $16 for something, I want it to taste good. I want it to be fresh. I want to get a ton of food for it. And I like the amount of ingredients. This checks every single box. You can see I ate 90% of it already. I gotta get one bite of this. Man, I am in shock. This is delicious. Like, for real. If you watch my first video, I had this face of disgust the entire time. They just got another customer, bro. Because I've never had anything like this. And it's something that I want again and again. Spice level, again, is medium. The heat is perfect. coats the tongue, but it's not spicy. I'm not tearing. I have nothing but good things to say about this. It literally flipped on its head. I think I gave it like a 5.9 the first time I got it, and this one gets a 9.5 out of 10. I want to bite this again, but I got to get through this whole menu. This is delicious. Okay, now this should be fun because this is something that I think is a nice little play here. But what I got was their Fluffies poutine. So I got their regular fried chicken. I got it medium. Again, I did medium for everything. Didn't want to burn my mouth. Other than the hot, I did want to try over here. I got their gravy, and I got their regular. This is a small. The small is $9. Again, a little bit pricey, but if it tastes good, which I can't see being bad at this point. Ooh, nice amount of cheese curds in it. Okay, hey, I was. Well, all right, y'all gotta see this side. Can y'all see? Look, cheese curds all through it, chicken all through it. There's the gravy all through it. That is not bad at all. Oh my. Hold on now. Hold on now. The gravy isn't visible for where you're looking at poutine, but it is, you can taste it. The fries are actually fried pretty well to the point that they're not entirely soggy. Again, there is at least an entire chicken tender on here that looks like this, at least. And the gravy's on point. Good amount of cheese curds. I just got a cheese pull too. Look at that. What did I just say? I am pleasantly surprised. I think the medium spice is perfect for me. I could definitely go a little spicier, but look at the cheese pull. I can't believe how good this is this time. Full disclosure, I was putting this off because I was going to go back, but I kept going, let's go somewhere else, let's go somewhere else. I should have listened to myself. Here's the chicken. Still a good crunch on it. It looks like they put the gravy and cheese under the chicken. So in the container, the cheese curds got a little melt on them, and the chicken didn't get soggy. Because the skin, or the breading I should say, is still crispy. But again, I'll see that pull. Look at this. One more. Everything on there I enjoy. I think it's really good. I would get this again. It's tough because I do feel like the prices are a bit high. But I can see why they did it at this point because they're not skimping on it. Only gripe, the gravy, again, I would have liked a little more something to that gravy. It's not like it's bland, it's not like it's flavorless, but is it like A+ gravy? No. But is it like B gravy? Yes. So, other than that, good amount of cheese, good amount of chicken, good amount of fries, no problem with any of that. Not very good, man. 8 out of 10. I haven't even used any dipping sauces. It's a good sign. It's a good sign. So now we have their signature hot chicken sandwich. Last time, if you would have looked at the video, the chicken wasn't even bigger than the bun. This is what I'm talking about. So we got coleslaw on here as well, and it looks like you get 2 fat tenders on this brioche. I gotta bite this. I'm pretty sure whatever this is. I want to try this real quick just to make sure. There's a sweetness on it that people who are like really just spicy type of people, I just want to try this real quick. Yeah, there's a sweetness in that. They got honey. But people who are like really big on spicy, you might not find that enjoyable because you just want the spice. This has a spice, but a sweet and spicy kind of flair to it that personally I like. I'm this is shocking, bro. Even though I got this to go, the chicken is still crispy. You get a ton of chicken on there. And the coleslaw adds a little bit of crunch, a little bit of that sweetness that I do enjoy, a little bit of a cooling effect that I think is good on a Nashville hot. Instructions were followed. I don't have pickles. I don't have to look. I really like that sweetness to it. I don't think everybody would. But again, on a personal note, that's a good chicken sandwich, man. Still a little pricey, but you do get a lot of chicken. Looking at other places like Dave's Hot Chicken, places like that, a comparable meal would be their sliders meal. I think you get 2 of their sliders and fries, and I think it comes out to like $15. The sandwich alone is $14. A little bit pricey, but I have to admit, I think it's good. I think it's very good. Is it my favorite Nashville hot chicken sandwich I've had? No. Is it a very, very good Nashville hot chicken sandwich? Yes. Is this something I would eat again? All of it so far is 1000% something that I would eat again. Like, I'm going back now. I like that a lot. Again, one of the better ones that I've had, for sure. 8.5 out of 10. And last, we got 2 of their tenders. Let me just show you, so nobody knows this isn't cap. Here's the different levels it's on here, and you can see the check mark where I got it. So I got hot. I wanted to see how hot their hot was. I didn't want to get the blistering hot yet. Again, I spent $70 on this, so I ain't got the facilities for that, big man. But let's try this hot. Looks like there's a little bit of something on here. See this? All right, let's give this a whirl. I'm waiting for it. I'm gonna turn this side over here. It's flavorful. A little bit of heat to it. There's a heat to it. There's more, definitely more than medium. Definitely more. And the chicken tender, you can see, white meat, big pieces. Oh, I'm starting to get a little bit of a sweat. Yeah. I think the hot is actually tolerably hot. I might pick the hot if I do this again. Because while it is spicier than the medium, a little bit more something with that hot. Let's try these dipping sauces, see what's what. A little bit of this, like, sweet. It's kind of like like Dave's Hot. If you want a comparable franchise to it, kind of has that same thing, you know, where the color and the flavor there. I think it actually is better than Dave's hot sauce, or Dave's sauce, I should say, just because it has a little bit more of a homemade to it. But these are good. Let's try their. Let's see what's going on here. Crispy. I think because I've been holding it this way, that some of the sauce dripped down like this, because this one has more on it. And you can see that here. This one has more heat to it for sure, but in a good way. I'm gonna do a little both. Let's do a little of both. That's good, man. Let me tell you what. If those tenders are really $6, I would just go like 5 of them. And maybe like the mac and cheese or fries or something. Like an order of fries. That's a dub. I like both of them. Ooh. This one's definitely hotter. I got a nice sweat. Those chicken tenders, you think I'm crazy for saying this. I enjoyed them better than Dave's Hot Chicken. And those are some of my favorite franchise tenders. For my area, that's the best bang for your buck that you can get in this menu. Like, seriously. 9.6 out of 10. I've really enjoyed those. Overall, I am pleasantly surprised at how good this food was this time around. The first time, I felt bad, but I had to be honest, and I said I felt like the food was overpriced and also overrated. That is definitely not the case. Prices, yes, just a little bit high, but that's what they set their prices at. I would recommend that you try this time. Last time I did not. I found this very good, and I am 100% going to go again. If anybody has gone there and didn't have a good experience, this is why I made the Last Chance series, because sometimes I know that restaurants, especially in the beginning, have issues when they're trying to get the logistics down, but once they get up and running, it usually turns out to be better. Believe it or not, what started the Last Chance thing was that the first time I went to Wingstop, I really didn't enjoy it. Like, couldn't stand it and didn't go back for years. Finally spun back around when I became a YouTuber, and it became one of my favorite franchise restaurants. So I said, why not start trying to give chances to places? Now, you don't have to be on my level and get half of the menu, but I do recommend, especially with a small business, these people, 9 times out of 10, if the service was good, they care. Sometimes things become a little difficult because maybe they never ran a restaurant, etc. So even if you're not sure, I would suggest a place that you thought maybe might have missed the ball, but the people were nice, to give it another shot. And I did that today and came out with a W, pleasantly surprised. Fluffies and Hackensack, man, I totally recommend it. Fluffies and Hackensack, man, I totally recommend it. I thought the food was delicious, and the quality was 1,000% there this time. I don't really have any complaints. In the area, there's not a lot of places that do this hot chicken, and even less of places that have it with this kind of Indian background. They have like bowls there as well. I'm gonna go back and try some more stuff. You know, this is what I love, man. I know I do this all the time, but like, this is what it's about. You know, not being biased. Oh, yo, this is trash. I didn't do that last time. I was respectful, and I went back and tried everything, completely clean slate, and they passed it with flying colors. Fluffies and Hackensack, man. You got the 4.7 on Google. You got one of the trending places on DoorDash. Worth the hype. Unreal. You love to see it, man. I'm happy for them as a business, and I'm happy for my palate as a fat kid. But all in all, man, I totally recommend it this time. W's this time around. But that is going to be the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys give these small businesses another chance. Again, especially if the service was there. If they weren't rude, if they seemed like nice people, you maybe just didn't enjoy the food. If they were rude to you, you got to dip. I understand that. But as far as food goes, this is what it's about. Support these small businesses, man. They put their soul into this, and I completely came away floored. So that's gonna be the end of the video, man. I love y'all. Y'all know the vibes already. We are streaming on Twitch, as well as we have a secondary stream on TikTok at time to time for people who want to catch that. Streams the community's been really awesome, and we're doing more food rankings. We've been ranking food in different. We did chips yesterday. We're doing soda tonight. We did franchise restaurants. So I want to do more of that stuff and connect with you guys, man. A lot of you guys have said you popped over from YouTube and stuff like that. So the more the merrier. I'm really enjoying getting to know people and being a part of the community, this community, and merging that all into one big happy family, man. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for your support, as usual. And we'll be back tomorrow. More content. I love y'all. The hand signs. They made it to YouTube.